So, Sean Hannity and Paul Manafort exchanged some text back and forth. Those texts, one of them stood out to me, where Manafort said to Hannity he would never give up Trump or Kushner. Now, that said something to me. He would never give up Trump or Kushner. Give up means you know something that the authorities would like to know. So, if he said that to Hannity, that means Hannity also knows, possibly, what Trump and Kushner were up to as well. Because that's a very random thing to say. Even if you say random things to your friends, like, whatever, they still know what you're talking about. Because you know what else is possibly behind the comment. So, Manafort says to Hannity that he would not snitch, he would not rat, he would not give up information on Trump and Kushner. Why are you saying this to Sean Hannity? So, let's look at Hannity. Do you know more about what Trump and Kushner are up to? And will that come out? The Magician. Soothsayer. The Magician. There's manipulation here. Now, mind you, my mind is leaning a lot more towards Hannity than Manafort in this reading. So, if anybody can be spreading illusions, it would definitely be Hannity. This is half the reason why the Trump supporters are so diehard with the Trump supporting, because they get their information from Hannity, who is the highest rated in cable and all this type of stuff. They get just tons of misinformation, and this is the only place they get it from. Temperance. Moderation. Compromise. Give and take. So Manafort and Hannity have been involved in some quid pro quo, some this or that. That is what the Temperance card means in my deck, is give and take, compromise. But not so much compromise as in they reached a deal. This is just something that's understood. So therefore, there is no need for a deal to be struck, because they know what's going on. Neither one of them are trying to give up Trump nor Kushner. The Four of Cups. Here's that offer. So Hannity knows. Will they come out? Is what we want to know. Because where's your confirmation that he knows? You got the spinning of information with the magician. You have the temperance card, which is he's got information from somewhere. He was giving information elsewhere. And then there's the offer and sort of the unsatisfactory conditions, but it is what it is. Especially when it came to light that you had the same lawyers as so many people and your relationship sort of put you in a spot where it was hard to defend. Here's the King of Wands. That's the investigator, so we'll see what's across from it. There's strength with that offer. So it's more of a partnership than just a plain offer. The Eight of Pentacles. Now, it is interesting. I just got this deck. They're gigantic, by the way. Like, this is the standard size of a card, right? This is how big this deck is. It's gigantic. It's bigger than that Celtic one. I forget what it's called. But it's huge. But this is the work card. Sort of slow and draw your own conclusions from this image. We're talking Fox News, Sean Hannity, and Paul Manafort. Work. Investigators. So, he knew, he knows the interworkings, the intertrappings of the Trump administration. Sean Hannity knows this stuff. Him and Sean Manafort, what's his name? Paul Manafort, they're the best of friends now. This is the fear. Three of Pentacles. Now this even shouts dark money, but this is the Wise Masters is what it's called down here in the corner, where you sort of, you go to them for advice. This is the apprentice card. So you're trying to learn the ways of the Wise Masters. Mind you, by the looks, this is a hunter asking to pray. So the fear would be, here you are, sort of larger than life, Paul Manafort and Trump and Kushner and Hannity and all these, the secret society. And then here comes the investigator. Somehow or another, you think you still have all the power and authority because, you know, you're the secret society, but once he bares his teeth, then your real threat really goes away. Your hopes, the Nine of Pentacles, security. The environment, the Five of Pentacles, hardship, loss, being thrown out, casted aside. So this is in your environment. Now that too is interesting. Because mind you, we have the investigators and then you and the compromising position even, the work with that big tarantula there, and then the hardships. So, and across from your offer is the secret society and then your hopes for security. That thrown out in the cold thing, though. Because I don't think, well, okay, that's what it is. Because I'm like, Manafort's not going to give up Hannity, but the text messages do enough. Now, whether or not this will manifest into any kind of charges or nothing, that's a different thing. But what you know, will it come out? I see the Ace of Cups on the bottom already, so yes, it will. The Six of Pentacles. That's in the background. So, sharing of information leads to the hardship. Because this is what's going on behind. The way I do my Celtic Cross. This is the environment card. This is what's going on around you. How other people see it. So it may not necessarily be reality based. It's just how other people look at your situation and what's going on. To explain this card, I have a background card. So this is what's going on behind the scenes. To give you more of an indication of why this popped up, there's sharing of information, and that's why it looks like Sean Hannity is sort of on the ropes. Because these text messages have come out and now everybody's in your business. Your word of warning is truth. Oh, Lord, have all the mercy. And something that has stereotypically been casted as the liar because of that whole, Garden of Eden tale, how the serpent tricked Eve. Dick chooses the reading. Truth. That is his word of warning. Beware the truth, for it will bring you the hardship. That sharing of information. Once that information becomes exposed, there you go. So that's your word of warning, your word of solace. Again, God answers all prayers. Sometimes the answer is no. Here it is. There is no solace. This is the past too. We can find solace in the Judgment card, for this is the past. So maybe the way things used to be, the way things used to work, we'll go back to that. But I'm going to go with a no. Looks to me like you just, Judgment's coming. The Ace of Cups. The overflowing emotions, the new relationships. This is going to bring some tension in Fox News. I know I did a reading on Hannity a while ago, and if he ever left Fox News, he still has a job within the inner workings of the dark Republican society. So maybe a Mercer or two will be in his corner. But Sean Hannity's got some emotional days ahead of him, for sure.